welcome to Everyday Dish. I'm back. It's Melissa Elliott here, and I just wrote a book called The Vegan Girl's Guide to Life, so I thought I should bring you a recipe from it. So I am making jackfruit carnitas. Now, most people don't know what jackfruit is. It's a South Asian fruit with like a spiky texture on the outside, but when you get young jackfruit in the can, it's actually a very neutral flavor, and you can turn it into carnitas. So we're gonna make jackfruit carnitas today. So we start by draining the jackfruit, super simple. What you're gonna do is, I have a crock pot here, you can do it stovetop, but we're doing crock pot today. And all you gotta do is drain these first and pour them into the crock pot. This is super, super simple. So 2 cans of jackfruit into your crock pot, and seasoning. So what do we have here? We have chili powder and smoked paprika for a nice little smoky flavor, cayenne, and pepper, cumin, of course, nice little Mexican flavors there, and oregano. I start by putting in the seasonings first and mix them up. I'm using a little avocado masher here. They can be a little hard to break up, so it's nice to have a little muscle from a utensil. Or you can use your fingers. That's another fun way to do it. But just kind of mix up all the seasonings in there. Just kind of stir everything around. Mash a little. You can see it gets a really interesting texture when you break it up. So once you get it decently coated with your seasonings, you can move on to the next part. So let's throw some more things in there. Onion, of course. 1 large onion. You just want lots of onion in there to flavor it. And of course, some garlic. And I think it's 2 cloves of garlic. Of course, the recipe is both in the book and on the Everyday Dish site, so you can check that out. So super simple. We're just throwing a bunch of stuff in a crock pot. Lots of good aromatic flavors. And all right, once again, mix it up, nice and easy. And then you want to make sure everything's coated. That's probably the most difficult part, is coating everything and just breaking up your jackfruit a little bit. And you can see it kind of shreds like carnitas pork would. It makes a really, I don't know why it shreds like this, but it makes a pretty amazing meat substitute. All right, let me get these last pieces broken up. Put some muscle in there. All right, last thing, Salsa Verde. I like Trader Joe's brand. If it's not available where you are, find a different one. They do come in kind of spicy varieties, so if you like spicy, great, but I have used hot ones and it's been a little too hot for me. Maybe it'll work a little better for you. So a whole jar, just pour it in. Make sure everything's coated. Just get it in there. And then lime juice, of course. Let's squeeze that into here. And I love lime juice, so you can put a ton if you want. I like to. All right, so everything's in. It's that simple. You're just mixing everything up again, making sure everything is moist and coated. And then you are going to set your crock pot to low. And I like to let this run all day, 6 to 8 hours. I know that seems like a very, very long time, but set it, go to work, come home, and your house will smell amazing. All right, everything is in there. It's that simple. So there you go, 6 to 8 hours in your crock pot. Now, if you don't have a crock pot, no worries. There are, look at me organizing here. There are plenty of other ways to make it. Stovetop. A lot of people do it on the stovetop. Now, 1 to 2 hours on the stovetop, you want to cook it on like medium. I like to bring it to a boil and just let it simmer. The longer you let it go, the darker it gets, the flavors get more intense, and it gets a little meatier. You really want it to like darken up and dry out a bit as well. So let me bring this over. All right, look at this. It actually looks like meat. A lot of people are really, really surprised by how this turns out. Typically, I wouldn't serve a mock meat to someone who is not vegan, but this is actually a great option. I've served this at potlucks with mixed company and just said, it's jackfruit, it's not a soy product, it's just this fruit that we turn into like this like pulled, spicy, delicious kind of mock meat thing. Just try it, don't think it's meat. And people are always very, very surprised. So let's make one. All right, we have some tortillas here. So I like to start, let's see, with some jackfruit here. As you can see, it separates and kind of pulls apart once it's all done. All right, what do we have to load it up with here? A little bit of salsa. And anything that you like to put on tacos works for this. We'll put a little bit of avocado. Let's see if I can dig this out here. A little bit of avocado there. Okay, just a very little bit. And how about a little cilantro here? I'm one-handed it, so it's kind of flying everywhere. All right. You have a delicious jackfruit taco. You can put this in other things as well if you want to make a burrito. I know people make tortas with it. I like it in a tortilla, but whatever you're into, go for it. All right, let's try this. Let's try not to get this everywhere. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm making a mess everywhere. Pink lipstick all over it too, but it's delicious. It's messy, as you can see, but I think you'll enjoy this. So let me set this down somewhere. I'm gonna set it over here. Thank you for watching me on Everyday Dish. You can check out my book, The Vegan Girl's Guide to Life, vegangirlsguide.com. You can buy it from me, you can find it in a local bookstore, and you can also find me on The Urban Housewife. That's my longtime blog. And thanks for watching Everyday Dish. Bye.